Now at 11, Seattle Public Schools says they believe two teenage boys who were students within the district were shot and killed at a bus stop after school today. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Preston Phillips. The shootings happened across from Rainier Beach High School. Tyler Cunnington is live there tonight with the very latest for us. Tyler, you've been on scene for a while. What have you been able to learn?
Yeah, well, Preston, tonight, Seattle Public Schools said it was with profound heartbreak that they had to confirm that two of their students, those two young boys, were shot and killed right on this sidewalk behind me in the middle of the day. Seattle police say this was a targeted incident, they believe, but that at this point they do not have a description of a suspect nor anybody in custody. It was around 4 p.m. that Seattle police responded here to reports of a shooting along South Henderson Street.
This is a traumatic incident. Our officers arrived on scene and started immediately providing CPR. You know, they're young people.
Two teenage boys, now confirmed to be Seattle Public School students, were killed while at a bus stop near the South Shore pre-K through 8 school. King County Metro stating their bus was only arriving at the stop when the incident happened, but had nothing to do with the act itself.
Honestly, devastated, especially when I found out that it's two male kids. I mean, I would be surprised if this school is even open on Monday.
Seattle Public Schools District Superintendent calling the news devastating in a state.
So two kids in Seattle, Washington, get gunned down while sitting at the bus stop. They think that it was targeted. And it shows that it was targeted just by the way it happened. The crazy thing about this was, who knew that Seattle, Washington was getting down like this? Who knew? You know, when I talk to people, especially in our community, because we saw other videos, basically these two boys are black. What we talk about in our community, we talk about the power of the vote. I did research on this area and talked about their crime rate. They usually have 5,485 incidents per year, which is 130 to 140% above the national average of incidents like this. So when we say you need to vote and you need to understand who you put into office, because look what's happening, 130 to 140% national average of these type of deaths in Seattle. Who knew that Seattle was like this? I did not know. And the crazy thing is, they're two black kids. So what do we think? Gang related. Probably happened at school. They caught him slipping at the bus stop. It's over. It's sad that we still have this, but it's crazy because people overlook Seattle. But then we say, what is Seattle? A Democratic city. What is Washington? A Democratic state. They have all this money going to these nonprofits that's supposed to help the kids, but they're not helping the kids. I already did a story on another Seattle nonprofit that she was getting money from the state. And what was she doing? She was El Chapo up there. She was serving bricks across the nation. This is what happens when you have a Democrats running your city and they say, we're going to give you money to these programs to take care of your kids so your kids can be safe. This is what happens. Kids get gunned down at the bus stop. You know, and then I saw another thing, a mom, she was crying. She was upset, obviously. And then another person was like, we need to put police officers back in the schools. Who took the police officers out of the schools? Democrats. I grew up in Long Beach, California. When I grew up in Long Beach, California, it was crazy. We had real police officers on campus. And that's why we didn't have a lot of things happening on our campus because of police presence. If you are living in a neighborhood where it's 130 to 140% above the national average of these violent crimes, don't you think your school should have police officers there? Oh, Marcus is racist. Just because they have black kids doesn't mean you need to have police officers. I'm not going by the race. I'm going by violent crime numbers, stats. These numbers show that this neighborhood is dangerous. So this is what we need to do. We need, instead of giving this money to these nonprofits, we need to go ahead and give it to these extra police officers so they can work in the schools. So at least the kids can be safe and not have to deal with this gun violence and gang and all this affiliation at school. These kids got gunned down probably because of something that happened at school and they caught them outside. But who knew that Seattle was getting down like this? I did a couple stories about Seattle, but dang. Kids getting gunned down at the bus stop? It's ridiculous, man, that we still living in the We're still living in a place, and we have a leadership in these certain states, in these blue states, that say they're going to help people, protect people, but they have the highest crime rates in the United States. They don't believe in law. They believe in, oh, it's okay, go to therapy, go to this nonprofit, they'll take care of you. Nothing gets solved. You got to have law and order. You got to have more police officers. You shouldn't have a bunch of police officers showing up afterward. The bunch of police officers should be going through the neighborhood, making sure everybody's safe. There's no reason why a kid is in fear of their life when they're going home from school. This is crazy.
Statement which read in part, "The loss is almost impossible to put into words, and it is made even more painful by the reality that tragedies like this are becoming far too common in our communities." Witnesses say they heard the gunfire from nearby.
It was more like pop, pop, and then pop, 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 pop. Like it was kind of overkill a little bit.
A tight-knit community gathering to see the large police scene, which found itself inserted into what is a very active neighborhood.
We got this school, we got that school, we got all the shopping markets right here, the bank. I mean, it's a very busy area right here.
Now the crime scene for a pair of deaths that have left some locals frustrated.
It's ridiculous, it's tragic. It's been kind of quiet around here for a couple months, and we haven't had any problems, but every now and then it lifts his head, you know, the violence.
There you go. That neighborhood is violent. It says it right here. Rainier Beach experiences more crime than the average U.S. neighborhood, especially when it comes to both violent crime and property crime. That's a dangerous neighborhood. You telling me that you don't have police going up and down that street every single day? You telling me that you don't have enough police officers to prevent 2 kids from getting gunned down? I'm looking at the government. I'm looking at the parents of these kids that's committing these shootings, but I'm looking at the government first. You got people there that you vote for, that you put in office, and they're not keeping your neighborhood safe. If I got voted and this is the most dangerous neighborhood that I have, I got police going up in there every single day. People wouldn't be able to breathe without the police looking at them. You have a neighborhood of people that are expecting this. It went away for a little bit, but it popped up like it usually does. But who knew? Who knew that Seattle was getting down like this? This is wow. This
is crazy.
It's crazy.
Now, there were multiple city council members from the city of Seattle on scene here tonight, and Mayor Katie Wilson even took to her X account to post that she was on a flight back from D.C. when she was told about the news. It read in part, "I'm heartbroken by the loss of 2 young Seattleites with their whole lives ahead of them." SPD.
One thing I always got a question, and I'm in California, so we see our governor do this a lot. We see our mayor do this a lot. Why are you guys not in your city and not in your state that you got elected in? Why are you going to D.C.? Why is the mayor of Seattle, she just got elected, why is she going to D.C.? She has no business in D.C. Just like we have Gavin Newsom going all the way to the Switzerland for the conference there. We got Karen Bass going to Ghana. Well, we have record numbers of wildfires. Why are you guys leaving the place you just got hired to work in? This makes no sense to me. You are hired to be the Seattle mayor. Why are you going to D.C.? You're not even a senator. You're a mayor. What do you need to do to D.C.? Because what it is you hire these people, and they're already working on their next plan. They're not there to serve your city. They're not there to walk your streets and actually help and prevent these things from happening. While 2 kids are getting gunned down, your mayor is in D.C. Why is the Seattle Mariner in D.C.? That's what's wrong with a lot of these politicians. They say they're going to do everything for you. They say they're going to be there for you. But then when shit happens, they're not even there. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, keep this thing rock, keep it going. Make sure you join the Go Getter Patreon. Link is in the bio below. Hopefully we get this No Filter Morning Show cracking off tomorrow. It ain't going to be perfect, but we're going to do it, though. I appreciate you guys supporting. I'm out.